guys. Can you say hey? Say hey. Say hello. He's like, what? So I am here to do an update video with you guys for 5 months. I wasn't even going to do a 5 months, but I feel like the differences between his 4-month video and his 5-month video, he's looking at his toes, are so much. And he's going to make me laugh the whole way, I know, because he's so funny. Like he's like, what are you doing? I feel like the differences of his development between 4 and 5 months are pretty big, and so I definitely wanted to do it for your sake and for mine. It's gonna drive me nuts that his like blanket is all crookedy, but there's not too much I can do about it. But anyways, so we are in his nursery and we're gonna do an update video for you guys. I am going to try to remember to put some footage that I have of him, and I'll get to that in just a minute at the end of this video. So if you're interested in that, I'll put it at the end. So stay to the end to see some little snippets of him and what's going on with our little guy. But yes, so he is 5 months and just a couple of days now. And I wish that he would look up, but I don't know what he's looking at. I think he's looking at his little bear maybe. Yeah. So he is 5 months old. And he weighs a little over 19 pounds. Yes, ma'am. He is a big, big boy. So our big boy is 19 pounds and he is absolutely perfect and healthy in every way. He is cutting some teeth already. They haven't come through the skin, but if you are a mama, look at him trying to eat the bear. If you are a mama, then you know, like first you start to see him in the front of the gum and then it just starts to get lower and lower, and then you start feeling like little buds like on his gums. I can feel the buds of his canines, his fang teeth, as I call them, which I think is really funny because Killian actually cut his little fang teeth first and he looked like a little vampire. Like I have a picture of him and I'll try to insert it here, of him with his like little fangs showing and nothing else. So cute. So anyway, I wanted to get on here because number one, I've been MIA for a million years and we'll have an update video on that in just a little while, but I wanted to get on here and kind of tell you a little bit about what's been going on with little Alaric. He has started talking and making some noises. He's probably gonna fuss. He started talking and making some noises. He's definitely active for sure. He does not like to be put down because right now, let's see, okay, there's only a few options to put a baby down his age, right? You can put him down flat on their back. You can give him some tummy time, which he likes, but he does get tired of after just a few minutes. You can put them on their back with a play mat or a mobile to look at. You can put them in a swing. You can put them in a high chair. Most babies this age can't sit in a high chair, but he can, as long as I put a blanket in the back to kind of prop him up. He does like to sit in the high chair if I'm like doing something in the kitchen so he can watch me. And bassinet, you know, little things like that. Like there are little bouncers that you can put him in at this age that support them, but pretty much without him being able to fully sit up on his own, which you can see he can't. Sometimes he can for just a few minutes. He can prop himself up and sit on his own for a few minutes at a time now. But for now, for the most part, he has to have some support. He does get tired after, you know, holding himself up for a few seconds or a minute or two, and he needs help. He's a sitter with help, or with assistance, they call it. I don't know. So because of that, there's only so much that you can do. Now, I am going to purchase, I tried to purchase it today, but it's unavailable. I have to order it and it won't be shipped or available to pick up until next week, in the middle of the week, which really sucks because I hate that. That's why I'm not an online shopper, because I'm really an instant gratification sort of girl, and so that's why I hate shopping online. But anyways, I have ordered online a walker for him. One of the walkers that you sit in, like a bucket seat, and it completely supports their back, and you put their little legs in. His legs will probably be too short to touch the ground at this point. He does have his father's legs, so he's got a long torso and chubby little short legs. like Killian did. His dad has a really long torso and not so long legs. Like his legs are not so long to be 6'1". His legs are not that long in proportion to his torso. His torso is the longest part of him. And so I don't want to make it look like he has stubby legs because he doesn't. But for him to be 6'1", his torso is a lot longer than his legs, is what I mean. So anyway, because of that, and he just drooled all the way down my arm. His legs probably won't touch the ground yet, but he will enjoy it because he wants to sit upright, you know? That's what, I mean, look at him. He's trying to get down. Like, he's pulling to get down. Where is he gonna go? I don't know. He, you know, somewhere he thinks he's gonna go around town. But he wants to be independent. He doesn't like to lay back like all of those options that I can put him down allow him to do. He wants to sit straight up in the air, and it's just very difficult. There are seats like bumbo seats and all of that. Well, if you saw these legs, like these legs do not fit in the bumbo. They are too chubby. They do not fit in the bumbo, and they are squished, and he is mad about it. He does not like the bumbo. He's not a fan. There are seats like that you can get them that do support their back so they can't sit, but he hates it because it squishes him in, and it's just, you know, there aren't very many options that I have at home for him right now. So I am going to get him a walker. The walker that I used for Tristan and Killian, it's done. So I have to go get another one, which is fine, but I hate that I can't just go and grab it and get it. I have to wait for it to ship. So anyway, that is coming. But I think once he gets that, he will be super happy. I am kind of sad because we have mostly carpet, so I don't know how the wheels will work. I know with Killian, when he could finally touch the floor, he just zipped around with that walker, like zoom. And he had a lot of balancing problems because of his ears, but with that walker, he could get around so well, and he loved it so much. And so, anyways, we'll see how he likes it. Speaking of ear infections, we did experience an ear infection. I think it was this month. I could be completely wrong. I could have told you that in his last update, but he did have one ear infection, and it sucked really, really bad. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yeah, you gonna touch your ear talking about it? So, we did have an ear infection. Not so fun. Also not so fun because his pediatrician did say that with the sign of ear infection at 4 months, because it was like right after he turned 4 months. So yeah, I think it was right after his 4-month update that I just did for you guys. He said that he might struggle with it since he showed an ear infection so early on. So we're praying against that. We're hoping against that. We are hoping against it. Yes, we are. But we'll see how it goes. He is a grouchy teether. I mean, wouldn't you be? I think he's cutting a bunch of teeth at once, and I'm messing with this gum in my mouth. It's so awful. I'm trying to put it away. I think he's teething a few teeth at once, and so that's kind of brutal, and he's not loving it. And it's also, I do believe, messing with his tummy. He's having some tummy issues lately. So I'm hoping that we can get that under control. Have you ever noticed that if you ever get on camera, like your nose itches, you got something in your mouth, your gum is not cooperating, you know, he gets fussy when he was completely content before you turn that camera on. Like, there's always little things here and there that go wrong. That's what happens to me. Like, something's in your eyeball, you know, that's me. That's my life. YouTube life. That is me. But anyway, he's doing good. He's scooching all over the floor. So he cannot get up all the way up on his hands, and he can't totally get on his knees. But he can pull his legs close to him and almost get on his knees, and he does like this scooching army crawl hybrid thing that is super cute. It reminds me a lot of Killian, and that's usually what they do at the first sign before they can actually crawl to begin with anyway. But it really reminds me of Killian because Killian went straight from that to kind of walking. He didn't really crawl very much. He just did this weird army crawl thing, and then he just walked, and that was pretty much what he did. So I don't know if he'll follow suit or if he'll be like Tristan and crawl and then walk. We'll see. Everyone is different. We will just have to see, won't we? We will have to see. Yes, we will. We will see. trying to show you a little bit of that smile there because it's adorable. And now he's getting mad. But anyways, we have that going on. So we are crazy hair, as you can see. Really hard to control his hair, just like his brother, Killian. Killian looked like a cockatoo for most of his life, actually, until he was like 2 years old. I could finally train his hair to go down. It pretty much never would go down. When you wash his hair, if he goes to sleep after you wash his hair, even if you smooth it down, if it is not completely dry, it is completely standing up and you can do nothing with it. And that's pretty much how it dries, and you have to keep smoothing it down. You know what, most of the time I don't even try to train it. That's what I learned with Killian. You just let it go. It can stick up in a faux hawk if it wants to. That's pretty much what it is. Baby faux hawk over here. It is getting thicker, it is growing, and it's starting to change in color and get lighter, just like his brother. So in a lot of ways, he's reminding me of the other two. In some ways, he's just reminding me of Tristan, and in some ways, he's just reminding me of Killian. As far as looks go, I feel like he has Killian's body, which is pretty much his dad. And his dad's toes, his dad's body build, his dad's everything. But the face is different than Killian, and the face is different than his dad. The face is different than Tristan. He's kind of like a me and Joshua hybrid as far as his face goes, whereas the other boys are kind of like Killian's Joshua, Tristan's me. He's kind of in the middle. So he has like my face going on, but then he's got his daddy's body, and he's just the perfect little hybrid, and I love it so much. That's why we call him the littlest wolf. If you've ever seen the originals, that's what he calls Hope, his little girl, and we call him the littlest wolf because he reminds us of that. I mean, we named him Alaric. Come on, you guys, we obviously watch way too much TV. But anyways, the point of it is we love shows like that, and I don't know, whatever, it's funny. But he is our little hybrid, so that's why it's funny, because, you know, Hope obviously had some of her dad and some of her mom, and her dad was a hybrid, her mom, you know, all of these things. Anyway, if you guys don't watch the originals or Vampire Diaries, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you think I'm a total lunatic, I understand. But that's kind of what's been going on with him. I'm trying to think. He did have to get his shots. I know there's a lot of people with a lot of different opinions about vaccinations, but I do vaccinate them. And he did have to get his shots, and they were kind of brutal. They gave him not a horrible fever, but he was very fussy. They gave him some tummy trouble and definitely fever. So, but nothing that Tylenol and Motrin couldn't handle, and he was okay after a couple of days. It was just rough for the first couple of days after the shots. Both times. So he got 2 sets of shots so far. Well, he's gotten more than that, but the 2 sets were the ones that gave him fever, because the 2 sets were the same round of shots, like part 1 and part 2. So I can't remember exactly what those shots are, but he does have those. Let's see, I've told you about 1 ear infection. I've told you about the scooting. We have started tiny little bitty introductions of solid foods. He's tried sweet potatoes. He has tried carrots. He has tried apples. Didn't really like those. Bananas, not so much. Like baby apple sauce he did like. Oatmeal, it was like baby apple cinnamon oatmeal. I didn't really like that, but he didn't hate it, he just didn't love it. The sweet potatoes he loved. Those are his favorite, which is good because that's healthy. And honestly, when I do like mashed potatoes and things like that for him, I will probably stay away from white potatoes as long as humanly possible and do sweet potatoes because they're much better. Goodness gracious. He's having a really fussy day, so this is probably not the best time to film him, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you guys because, like I said, I have been MIA. And that video, I'm going to try not to talk about that because I have another video about that coming soon. Hopefully right after this one, if he will cooperate, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he is doing really well. Still, oh, bless you, still exclusively breastfeeding. He has tried a bottle twice in his life. Once because we went on a day date where me and Joshua went kayaking for a few hours, so he had to have a bottle. Didn't love the bottle. And the first time I had to go to the dentist, he didn't mind the bottle, but the second time he really did not care for it at all. He drank it because he was hungry, but he didn't love it. So We are exclusively breastfeeding. At nighttime, he still wakes up quite a bit. Sometimes if it's a good day, a good night, like last night, he wakes up once in the night. He woke up at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he wakes up early in the morning, usually about 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Sometimes he will go to sleep after that, depending on what time I get him to go to sleep. Sometimes he'll go to sleep around 8:30 and I can get him put down for bed, and other times he won't. He will stay awake until about 10 o'clock. He's really fussy today, you can see. Are you fussy? You want to show the camera you're fussy? Are you so fussy? Huh? Why are you so fussy, huh? What is it? Oh my goodness. But that's pretty much what's going on with him. 19 pounds. He is 29 inches long. So he's grown 9 inches since birth. And he's pretty tall, you can see. And yeah, he's just a big old healthy man, and he is precious and sweet. Even when he is fussy, he's drooling like a crazy animal, and his teeth are hurting, and he's having tummy issues. So anybody would be fussy. I'm surprised he's not worse. I would be. I know I would be much worse than this if those things were going on with me, but he's handling it like a champ. And even though he is a little bit fussy, he's the sweetest little cuddly roly-poly baby that I love so very much, and I'm so glad that I get to share him with you guys, and so glad that you came to share this journey with us, my pregnancy journey and the baby journey. Say bye. So I'm going to say goodbye so I can tend to his fussy little needs, and I'm going to insert those clips of some little things that he's been doing, and I videoed at the end here, so stay tuned if you want to watch those. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Say bye. Say bye, guys. Bye. Are you scooting on the floor? Look how far you've come already. Yeah? Oh, go. Go, go, go. Yeah. You got kind of a scooching army crawl, scooch going on. Well, come on. If you can get those arms up, then you're ready. Yeah? You gotta figure out how to get those arms going. Now you're gonna be on the rug. Goodness gracious. It's hard, ain't it? Woo! Woo! It's hard. Woo! Good job! Good job! You gonna sit up by yourself? You're totally sitting up all by yourself. Are you sitting? Oh, oop. You're starting to fall. You gonna sit up by yourself? Huh? Are you sitting up all by yourself? Are you doing it by yourself? Oh, wow. You're doing it all by yourself? Wow. Wow. Doing it all by yourself. Wow. Wow. What a good job. Good job. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. What a good job. You're sitting all by yourself. No hands. Yeah? You propping yourself up with your big arm right there? Huh? You're so big. You're so big. So big. I see your teeth. Are they coming through? They gonna come soon? You see that? Oh yeah. They're coming through soon. Yep, there's the other one. They're coming in soon. See, there's the little bump on the outside, and then these will be next. Coming in soon. You're so cutie on your tummy. You're so cutie on your tummy.